Today I'm here to show you how to make a cheap and easy Easter DIY wreath. So first I got this from the dollar store and I'm going to make a cheap wreath out of it without buying an expensive wreath base from the craft store. So I will be back in a minute. What you're going to be doing and what I'm going to be doing off camera right now is cutting this out. This wiry thing, you're going to cut this out. I'm going to try to use scissors, but I might need to get my wire cutters for it. And then I'm going to attempt to break this hander off. But if I can't do this, I would have to wait for my boyfriend to come home. But this will easily come off. It's just a matter of if I can do it or not. So that's what my goal is going to be, and I will be back in a minute. Okay, so now I got the netting cut out, and I'm working my way around to get off the excess wire. I'm not getting it all off because I can't get as close of a cut, but what I've been doing is I've been folding down the little bit that's left, so it shouldn't bother through the mesh or whatever you're going to put on your wreath. Now, I will advise that if you are a younger person, even with parents' help, I don't think I would advise you doing this method. I would advise you to just get a wreath base and then go along with the rest of the video, because these wires are pretty sharp and they do fly when you cut them. That's not to say it's not safe for adults. It's just that even when you finish cutting, it can be a little sharp. But it's not like, it's just not making me bleed or get cuts or anything, but it is a little sharp. So my hope is that the mesh will cover this. So that's why I'm only folding down the little bit that's left. This is my first time doing this method. I figured I'd give it a shot, since a wreath base is very expensive. Don't mind that sound, it's just a plow going by, sorry. So yeah, since a wreath base can get pretty expensive if you're going to make a lot of wreaths or one for like every season. Also, I figured that a thinner one would be better for this particular wreath, so that's why I didn't want to get one of those big foam bases. I've seen people do it with a wire hanger, so if you want to go check that out, you can try that instead. If you're younger, I was kind of afraid of that myself, being a little sharp or hard to do, and I was afraid I wouldn't be able to get a perfect circle. So that's why I went to the dollar store and tried to find something with a circular base that I could just cut around and figure something out. You can certainly go to your local dollar store or Walmart or Target and see if you can find something similar for cheaper than the wreath bases that go for about $7. But this is what I found. So I'll be back in another minute because I'm almost done with this. And then we'll get into how to make the wreath. So next I got these two packages of crafting mesh, also from my Dollar Tree. I got pink and blue. I'm going to attempt to use just one color for this wreath, but it probably won't be enough, so I might have to mix up the colors. But yeah, so I'm going to show you how to start this. Okay, so this is where it becomes tricky with this sort of wreath base. I definitely am starting more and more to not recommend doing this. Try the wire hanger or get a wreath base. This type of mesh is not working as well as ribbon or burlap or tulle. Tulle will work great, but I was trying to keep it cheap. So it's not working as well as those things, but it might just be because this sharp stuff isn't tearing it. maybe what you could do is, before you do this step, wrap the base down with like duct tape or ribbon or something to keep the sharp stuff down. But I've already started, so I'm just gonna go with it. So first what you're gonna do is cut a piece in length that you think will be able to get a good slip knot on your wreath base. And then if your pieces of I almost said tool, if your pieces of, well, anything, but if your pieces of mesh or as long as mine, or as wide as mine, you're going to cut that down the middle now. So you're basically going to get 2 strands from it. If yours is wider, you could get even more strands. Mine, I've been getting about 2 or 3 though. So then you're going to take the piece that you cut and put the ends together like that. Then you're going to put it under your base, take the loop here, and purl your 2 strands through it. So you're making a slip knot all around your wreath base. Now, like I said, with this one, the sharp pieces seem to be cutting open my mesh. I don't think that will affect it. It doesn't seem to be. But we'll see the end result. You can use this method with anything though. So if this doesn't end up working as well as it could, you could definitely use other stuff to do it. So I'm going to just wrap this all around the wreath and then be back with how to decorate it more. So I'm back with an update. I basically, long story short, took my own advice and I wrapped the base with the pink mesh to try to hide the sharp parts of their remainder of the thing that were bothering the blue mesh, and now it's going a lot easier. I still would recommend getting the tool though. That seems a lot softer and a lot easier to wrap around. But I think that I'll be able to make do with this. And so far with the supplies that I've shown, just to do this part, it's only cost $3. So it definitely was worth a shot. It's going to be a $5 total project with the supplies I'm going to use to decorate it. But so far I haven't gotten that far. I have to wrap these pieces all the way around first. So yes, it's still tearing the mesh a little bit. It's not sharp anymore. I think it's just mesh. Like it's called mesh, but it seems more like I don't know, like those. Well, yeah, I guess it's mesh, but those little bags that like stirring spoons would come with sometimes, like for stovetop stuff like pasta pots and soup spoons and stuff, where it's just like that little bag that you can easily rip open from the store. So I'm not really all that sure what this is supposed to be used for. If it's very easily ripping. But it's actually not being bad. Like there's some fraying here, but I feel like that's not going to matter too much in the finished project. So yeah, you're just going to wrap these all around. It's okay if the lengths are a little bit different. At the very end, we'll trim those if we need to. We'll see how it looks. I'm giving a little more for that reason, because you can trim it, and if I do too little, you can't. So this particular piece I'm doing right now might be too wide. Might need to cut this in half. So I do recommend the thinner pieces. This method is definitely for somebody who wants a challenge, to do something cheap and has the time to do it. If you don't have the time, I would definitely go with a wreath base and tool. Yeah, this piece is too wide, so I gotta cut this piece down. It's not making an accurate slip knot. So I'm going to just continue to wrap my mesh around the entire wreath base, and then I will come back to you. Okay, I'm back, and I didn't have enough to finish this wreath. I would have if I hadn't covered the base in the mesh, but I have a little gap here. But I'm going to go ahead and finish showing you how to make it, and then I will get some more mesh and finish it myself. So right now what you're going to do when you have yours finished is you're going to heat up your hot glue gun, and then you're going to get a bunch of plastic Easter eggs ready, and I will be back when my hot glue gun is ready. Okay, my hot glue gun is now heated up. So what you're going to do is you're going to find one of your slip knots and pull one side that way, and then keep the other side that way. So basically you're going to get the middle of one of your slip knots. So then you're going to take an Easter egg, and these are the ones that open. So I'm going to make sure that I have a line going all the way across, so it also keeps it from opening. So you're going to put a strand of hot glue on, and then find that middle again, and then stick it on there, and then hold it on. So you got to hold it on until it hardens, and then basically what this is going to do is when you go all the way around, you can do whatever you prefer. You can have the eggs touch each other going all the way around, or just have them scattered, and then you can add in a bunch of other things. You can put some flowers or butterflies or anything else that you find that you would want to put on. But basically what it's going to do is, as you're going around pushing one side over, it's going to make the middle look a lot more full. It's going to put one side into the middle, and then from there you can trim them as you go. When you finish, you can trim them to your liking. So now that's on there, and that's my first egg. So that's how you do that, and you can trim it as you go, or you can wait like what I'm going to do until the end and then see how it looks and figure it out from there. But that would be the Easter egg wreath. So thank you for watching, and I hope you understood and bared with me here through all the confusion. Like I said, I was trying this for the first time myself, so it was a little touch and go there for a while. I will be back today with a planner paperclip DIY video. We have a bunch of different ideas for different paper clips for planners or journals or bookmarks. So look forward to that, and check out my other videos. Thank you.